Hey everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. And today I want to go back and talk one more time about pose and appealing, because I have the sense, guys, that a lot of people, even when they do a simple pose, they tend to forget about line of action, appeal, composition, and all those things. And for me, this is the most important things in animation. If you're not able to create one single pose that is kind of appealing, definitely it means you're still not ready to move on to animation, actually, because this is the most important step. Okay, guys, before we move forward, I would like to say, you asked me so many times about where I can find those cool character, and I went to an animation school, online animation school, Animation Mentor. I was there for 1 year and a half, and because I went to this school, now I can download and use this free character. So I'm sorry, guys, that you cannot get it, but if you search online, I know you can find many other good options. Okay, so definitely would suggest or recommend you guys to look around. But let's dive into the post right now. As you can see, guys, all the time before I do a post or I start animation, I always start with a sketch. Okay, even if my skill is not really good, I still need to draw something to know where I'm going for. Okay, or else you're basically posing the character randomly. Okay, so usually even when I do a simple sketch, I always start with a general line of action. Okay, in this case, it's a very straight, simple line because in my mind this character is kind of leaning forward to a wall or to an object. So I wanted to have this kind of diagonal line, and then usually once I have the overall flow of the pose, okay, even just a simple direction, I think about usually, yeah, the line of the shoulder, okay, how the spine can actually be pushed forward here, having the line of action here on the hip, how the leg can follow, as you can see, this line of action, right? And how the other leg here can break, you know and having this kind of pointy knee. Okay, I tend to think about the shoulder. Always I talk about how the shoulder is kind of overlapping the head, you know having maybe the elbow here resting on an object or something, and then coming straight down with the hand, and having this other kind of line of action, going from the arms till the finger. Okay, all those things are all super important element that I'm going to try to implement in my pose. And of course, having the head slightly tilted down in this direction. So those are all the elements, and once I have those clear in my mind, okay, I can simply go and think about the pose. Okay, so usually I will start with the line of action, as I mentioned, of the body. Okay, so I will start with the pelvis. Okay, push maybe the spine a little bit forward and make sure that there is a line of action, as I mentioned before, you know between the spine and the leg. I'm gonna move this one a little bit forward. Okay, maybe I want to just make sure uh, that the foot is not going way too much forward. Okay, guys, sometimes when I want to think about it also is tilted a little bit, the master controller. Okay, I will push a little bit the spine forward. Okay, this control is definitely very, very helpful. But now that as you can see, now that I'm having the spine going this direction, I kind of want to counterbalance this with my head. Okay, and started to think about to tilt it a little bit. Okay, so as you notice in my drawing, I want to have the head going down. Okay, I don't mind to squash it. You know me, guys, usually I will cheat and do whatever it takes to get a kind of appealing pose that I'm looking for. Okay, very quickly I'll put the eyes look in this direction. Then I will start with the shoulder. Okay, want to make sure the shoulder is going up. Okay, and I mean the hand going down. And even if now maybe I don't want to go very into the details for the finger yet, still want to very quickly group the pose here. Okay, so just it doesn't look like um, completely in a T pose. Okay, I can start to close those bones a little bit to make it feel a bit more natural as well. Close some of the finger. Okay, for me, I don't know guys, but for me, anytime I pose a character, having the finger in a weird pose, not really appealing pose, it can distract me from the rest of it completely. So sometimes what I do, I try even just closing the finger for a moment. Okay, okay. So I'm raising the shoulder, but then I'm dropping kind of the arms this direction, and at the same time now I wanna move forward. Yeah, I wanna make sure it's see the line of action is still going more to that direction. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm trying to close the negative space over there. Now we can drop a little bit here. This one, and start to adjust very quickly the the hand. Okay, pushing forward this direction. Okay, now because the hand pose, the overall arm pose actually is strictly connected to the hand, it's important again that I close the finger as much as I can. Okay, I will tweak it maybe a bit more later. So I'll raise it up a little bit more here and here. Okay, this is those bones are really important when you close the like a fist or something, because it will will make the compression definitely more organic. And at the same time, guys, you always want to have the finger kind of converging like a line. Okay, so going this direction and not be completely parallel. Okay, let's go back and look at this. And at the same time I want to have the thumb completely resting next to it. Okay, very nice design, this character. I really like it, I have to say. Okay, and then we have to find the right line of action here. Sometimes what I do when I even before I start an animation and experiment a little bit, I like to scale the character hands. Okay, maybe it's a bit too much. Okay, because I don't know, giving I don't know, as a caricature, I think it works much better. And sometimes even in animation, during the animation itself, when I animate, uh, if you find the right spot, you can scale the hand a little bit as long as it's not visible. That's one of the things that I definitely love about you know um, cartoon animation are definitely more flexible. Okay, okay, I'm raising a little bit the shoulder. Sometimes I experiment a little bit more with the. Okay, see, yeah, I want to have a better line of action here. Okay, sometimes I experiment also pushing, translating up and down. You see, if I'm going up, I think it has a nicer shape actually. Okay, and again I need to adjust a bit more the shoulder. Okay, sometimes we just over exaggerating when it's not really necessary. Okay, and again I want to start now to uh, adjust the finger here. Again, same here. I want them to converge into one point. Okay, and close them a bit more. Okay, especially this one. And I want to make sure that you can see a little bit of the thumb here. Still something missing in the head. Okay, still want the head to look a bit more. Yeah, more this direction. Now we are talking. Okay, and sometimes I want to cheat a little bit with the forearms as well, so I can have a better contrast here. You see, guys, how much time I'm spending for a single pose. Sometimes when I talk with some of my students or I see other people animating, I realize they do their posing really, really quickly. I mean, for me, even especially when I do my first pose or like a golden pose or something, sometimes I spend like 30 minutes, 40 minutes if it's necessary. Uh, I don't, I don't know. Sometimes I notice animator tend to do things very quickly. I don't know honestly if it's laziness or maybe they think in their head it's the pose is good enough. For me, tend to spend a lot of time because it's never good enough for me. Like there is always something I want to go back and fix. I know sometimes this could be dangerous, but I guess it's the soul of an artist. You want to do something good, and uh, and that's why you always go back and tweak it. Let's say more or less I'm kind of okay with the guys, with the body. Let's take a look at the head now, because of course face expression is really part of it. Okay, so I'm gonna start now with the eyes. Okay, as you can see, guys, the if you notice the line of action of the lids, I kinda wanna have like flat lids, almost kinda give him this kinda cocky attitude. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the lower lids a bit more without exaggerating. Okay, so you can rotate this controller. This one as a contrast is gonna be actually higher, more open, and make sure that the character is kind of looking towards this direction. Okay, we have to see the camera angle as well. Okay, and sometimes what I want to do is making those eyes really big. Okay, I like to exaggerate. Um, Okay. Okay. See, this is like things that you have to be really careful. Look how the pose is changing from this one to just open it a little bit more. The face expression change completely. So sometimes you have to be really, really careful. And of course, I'm gonna raise now the eyebrows a lot. I really want to exaggerate those eyebrows. Okay. And when you animate the eyebrows, think about also the side movement. It's never only up and down. Okay, guys. And another things I do here. Oops. Let's go really close in with the zoom. Okay, to make sure I'm getting the right eyes expression that I want. And now it's time to tweak the mouth. Okay, I want to do a really big smile. Okay, really want to make him feel confident. Okay, and also another things I want to push the head towards this direction. See how suddenly it became more interesting when you tilt a tiny bit the face in this direction. Okay, and another things I want to do that is really important for me is when I shape the mouth expression, the teeth. Okay, um, really want to make sure it kind of follow. And in this case, because I don't like to see a lot of the gum, I like to scale on the y-axis. Okay, okay, and make sure that the smile itself is kind of pointy. Okay, when you when you do the smile, guys, it's really important the line of action. Okay, select the wrong controller. Sometimes what I want to do is push those controller out. Okay, because I want to add this gap here. If you notice the line here, I always want to go a little bit inside and create a nice contrast. Okay, so see this line is going inside here. Always want to push it. Okay, and push the line here outside. And of course, we have to go back here and check what we're doing, right? Still not quite good enough. Also because I want to tilt the head more in this angle. Okay, sometimes I like to try to experiment a little bit more. still not quite happy. Okay. Okay. To really try our best to find the right shape. Sometimes when you can really get it, I always try different axes because sometimes I focus only on the um, you know one axis only. Okay. So sometimes I experiment even rotating new you know new controller. Okay. It's important also like to step back a little bit and look at your at your animation from far away. Sometimes we get really close like this and we get obsessed about certain things, and then we realize when it zoom out and we go back to the camera movement, actually, it looks kind of different. Okay. One more things we can add. Okay. Is I can make these eyes a bit bigger for contrast. Okay. Maybe this one we can scale it. Okay, and start to push push some of this controller, check. Okay. And again, when you do those kind of things, you can always try to go back here. First of all, let's delete. We don't need this anymore. Okay, guys, we can always you know go back and experiment how much we want to exaggerate. Okay, at the end, after a certain limit, it becomes mostly like an artistic choice. Okay, guys. So once you guys finish more or less your pose, sometimes what I like to do is always try to experiment a bit more with a few variation. Okay, here for example I try a different one. I wanted to try a different hand gesture, raising the shoulder a little bit, or maybe sometimes I feel like, okay, maybe I didn't get quite right the line of action, and I can test very quickly using the master controller and pushing it a bit more forward and say, hey, actually like this could be even more dynamic. Okay, maybe it's not exactly perfectly realistic or something, but as long as it still looks okay and good and appealing, it works for me. Okay, so once you reach that kind of level when your post is 90% done, I always encourage you to try something different. Okay, always ask this question: what happens if I change this hand expression? What about if I change the eyes, the eyebrows, the overall line of action? If I push it a bit more, always ask this question: can you push even further? If you ever try to imagine it, this pose push even more, how would it look like? Okay, so guys, I always encourage you to ask this question. Hey guys, I'm sorry I cannot do any more advanced tutorial and only simple pose at the moment. I will try to do something more complicated in advance. Okay, so just follow the channel for now and I will keep you updated. Okay guys, see you next time. Ciao.